Okay, so I had this idea for a rig rundown with all my buddies on Facebook to see what everybody's doing and what they've got. So here's mine. I was going to do it the other night at the Daviess County Fair, but we get rained out every year at that event. So we'll just go down the guitars that I mainly use. Usually at most gigs I only take 2 guitars. The Les Paul always goes, and then usually a Telecaster of some sort. So first off, we'll just show this one first. This is my son Jake's mini Strat that he plays. Won't get all of them out, but in the back, Washburn 12 string, Taylor 314 CE that was purchased by my lovely wife as a gift when we first got married. So I've had that guitar for a while. It's one of the ones I've had for the longest. I'll start here with the 2005 Gibson Les Paul Standard. I bought this at Guitar Center in Castleton, brand new in 2005. I've had this guitar the longest. Its birthday is actually Cinco de Mayo, so it just turned 10 years old. I carried the serial number of this guitar around in my wallet to make sure when I had the money that I was purchasing the one that I really wanted. Took a long time to get it. This is probably my #1 Telecaster. It's a 1986 Fender Japan. I bought this off a guy in Muncie when I was at Ball State, and I had it for a short while, and I sold it to Jeff Vanderplow, who's already made his video. Jeff is a good guitar player, and he's also a really good drummer. He played drums in the band that I was in. He and I were in together for a couple of years, and when we left Ball State, I sold this guitar to him and then hounded him for years, and about 7 years later I finally got it back. I got it back a couple of years ago, so thanks, Jeff. All stock, everything, all of the relic stuff on it is real. It's not been done that way to make it look cool. It's had a pretty rough life, and of course it's got the hey y'all upside down when you flip it up so the crowd can see. Then we've got this. This is a parts caster I built. It was painted by Lakeside Body Shop here in Linton. They did a fantastic job with the Silver Flake. Mark Sound pickup, or pick guard, and just a no neck rosewood, no name neck. So Mexican pickups. So that one's pretty cool. This is another parts caster I did, kind of like Brad Paisley's Splash guitar. This one Jake and Luke helped me paint when they were littler, which has got their handprints on it and the date on the back. It's just acrylic paint with brushes. That's a cool little guitar. I don't take it out much, but I do sometimes. And then lastly is the newest one, another parts caster I built. I'm a big fan of the band Blackberry Smoke, and their guitarist Charlie Starr has a guitar similar to this. Swamp Ash body, and then it kind of looks like, you know, like a Sharpie or something, but it's not. It's actually wood burnt. My wife drew this on here, and then a gal that I work with wood burnt it, and then I put it together. It's really cool. I like it a lot. But usually at a gig, the Les Paul and the yellow one are the ones that go. So now we'll do the pedal board. So I'm running into the Wampler Ego compressor. It stays on all the time. GFS tuner, original Dunlop Crybaby. I use it for one song. I don't hardly use it at all. Of course, clock, so I know what time it is. Then we run over to the Wampler Hot Wire Brent Mason pedal, which I pretty much, these two are like 3 series of overdrive for me. This side here being the cleanest, you know, I usually leave it on all the time too. If I take it off, this is the Paisley drive is the next in line, and then the dirtiest is the left side of the hot wired. Phase 90, you know, I keep it all the way down, use it for real subtle stuff. Then into the EP booster, which it stays on most all the time. And then into the TC Electronic Flashback 4, so I can get multiple delays and stuff like that. And then we run out of that into the Dr. Z Mass 38 watts Class A. It takes a lot of volume to get this thing to break up. Very, very awesome amp. I like it a lot. EL84 driven into an open back 212. And they're mismatched speakers. Maybe not mismatched, but one is a Celestion Vintage 30 and the other one is a Celestion Gold. Open back, if I didn't say that already. And that's pretty much my live rig. So let's see some more videos and see how many we can get on here. Thanks.